Hi all, this is Priyadashni working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we'll delve into the topic OS services. So, what are operating system services? So we all know what is an operating system. So operating system is nothing but it acts as an intermediary between the user and the application program. So it plays a major role in order to execute either the user application program or the system program. The operating system is also called as an system software which maintains the dignity of using both the user and the system programs. So now let's first see the first service provided by the operating system, which is user interface. So when you take an operating system, it provides an environment where to execute the programs can be executed in that environment. So it also provides services to programs and also to users of those programs who use it. So the first service is user interface. So when you take a user interface, it is of two types. One is command line interface and the other one is graphical user interface. What is command line interface? So a command line interface is nothing but wherein you key in the characters and do whatever the necessary thing. For example, if you want to read, you have to type in read and the file name, then that particular file would be read. Whereas in graphical user interface, when you want to access something, you just double click using a mouse pointer. So these are the two types of interfaces that has been provided by the operating system. Now let's see the next service that is provided by the operating system is the program execution. So we all know the operating system manages how a program is to be executed. So it first loads the code from the main memory and then it manages to be executed by the system. So it loads the program into the main memory after which it has been executed. So the order in which it has been executed is decided by the operating system based upon the CPU scheduling algorithms. A few of these algorithms can be FCFS, SJF, etc. So whenever the program is in execution, the operating system also handles a deadlock situation. So what is deadlock? That is, no two processes will be executed at the same time. So the deadlock situation is also handled by the operating system. So the next service which is provided by the operating system is input-output operation. So what is input-output operation is nothing but the operating system manages the input-output operations and also establishes a connection between these devices and the device drivers. So the device drivers are the ones which will help each input or output devices to communicate with the operating system and give the desired output. So the next operating system service is file system manipulation. So we all know what is a file. A file is a collection of records. So the operating system is responsible for manipulation of these file system. So it manages or it allows or grant access to the users to access files. Might be a read permission or the write permission. Also, it is a platform for creating and deletion of files. The next service offered by the operating system is communication. So what is communication? Communication has to happen in the processes that are executing in the system. So this communication can also be a data transfer among them. So if the processes are on the same computer, then communication can be done effectively. Also, if the processes are not on the same computer but they are network, then the operating system manages the communication between those two processes. The next operating system service is your error detection. So whenever something happens and when unauthorized access or some error occurs in the system, the operating system manages how to detect from the error. The next thing is resource allocation. So the operating system is mainly responsible for allocation of resources for the particular process that is being executed in the computer system. The next one is your accounting information. So the operating system manages how the who are all the users logged into the particular system, their passwords, their username, everything is managed by the operating system. And the final service being given is protection and security. So what is security? So the security is nothing but the operating system keeps our computer safe and environment from an unauthorized access being used our files. So this protection is also given by the operating system services. Also privacy is also maintained.